Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Rose is out there with Kennard, and it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. Levine is out there with Che, and it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's Chicago to start out. The pass to Che. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Che's got his team on the board to start the game for Chicago. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Here's Che, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Valentine's checked in for Chicago. The Bulls shooting their first free throws of this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And players by and large really respect Che's thoughtfulness. I mean, he has an expansive worldview and is willing to express it.
Passes it to Griffin for the 3. Pistons working now with a new shot clock. Yep, it counts.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Now here is Carter. Here's Che. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, that's just another day at the office for Che. Comfortable working that medium range area.
Here's Rose, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Now, here's Markkanen. Back to Che. Rose with some nice D.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
A big man with major ups. I mean, Griffin wants to use his athleticism as much as possible.
Now here's Che. He's covered by Rose. And they double up Che. Valentine dishes to Che. Pocket 6. Again, Che missing. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Griffin can't get it to go in. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Che passes to Markkanen.
Well, there are some things you just can't teach. That's Che with tremendous awareness for where everyone is around him.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. He understands they're facing a team that can put up points in a hurry. He said they need to put forth a great effort defensively to prevent scoring runs. They can't afford to let those guys get hot and stay hot. We'll see who wins the battle of wills here tonight.
All right, David, sounds like they're very concerned about preventing an early run by their opponent.
No doubt. You don't want to play catch-up if you can avoid it. They're going to lean on their defense to try to keep this game in check.
It'll take tremendous energy and focus any day, but if they can stay locked in, they give themselves a good chance to get the win.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Valentine. And then for Detroit, Morris is checked in for Griffin. Doumbouya comes in for Brown. And it's Frazier in for Rose. Here's Frazier over Che. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the night. First free throw is good. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine and Valentine are the wingmen. And it's Shea in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Shea. 6 points for him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Rose against Levine. Rose dishes to Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. And they double up Shea. Oh, and here comes Rose all alone. Finished off the break. Rose has got 10 points in the game.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And they double up Shea. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from Shea. Aggressive move doing damage.
The Pistons trailing. Pass to Rose. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Rose has got 6 in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Here's Kennard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Griffin. Markkanen pulls it in. Bulls have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Shea. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, that's just fearless in his approach. I love seeing Shea attack the heart of that defense.
Bulls have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Brown the pass to Rose. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The drive by Shea. And it's sent back by Drummond.
An intimidating big man with physical tools that are hard to come by. Drummond loves to send shots away.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Chicago trailing here. Here's Shea. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Saransky's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And both free throws good for Shea. And so it's Rose bringing it up for Detroit. Kicks it to Drummond. Double team on Rose. And the foul called on Shea. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
He was hoping to avoid a 3rd foul before the break. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And a switcher also for Detroit. Galloway's checked in. So it's the Pistons now. Griffin finds Rose from 11 feet away. And he hits the jumper for 2. Rose has got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons.
Amazing awareness. He's committed to keeping his eyes up and teammates involved. That's the type of player Griffin is.
Young's shot is off.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Kennard. But they'll get another chance. Galloway the pass to Kennard. Count that bucket. And it's a 4-point Detroit lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
The drive by Shea. Here's Carter. Buries the 7-footer. Carter's got his first points of the night.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
To the left side wing. And Griffin scores. The assist by Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one.
There isn't a defender in the league who wants to take on Griffin inside. I mean, he's going to take you to school down there.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Detroit Pistons. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Rose is out there with Kennard, and it's Brown in at the small forward. Here's Levine after the made shot from Andre Drummond. From deep, Shea. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
It's hauled in by Brown.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Griffin draws the double. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They need to calm down, play their game.
Markieff Morris is checked in for Detroit. Tim Frazier comes in for Derrick Rose. Pistons leading by 6. Frazier dishes to Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Morris isn't afraid of getting whacked. In fact, he welcomes it when he's going up to shoot.
The Pistons have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Bulls trail by 7. And they double up Shea from 13 feet. It goes down. Shea's got 13.
Oh, this is the guy you want to get the ball to. Shea extremely opportunistic at the offensive end.
Doumbouya kicks to Morris. Dishes it to Doumbouya. Shoots from the baseline. Wood passes to Galloway. 5 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Morris, no good. And Chicago shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's White, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Detroit gets called for the foul.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And the Bulls making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. Pistons leading by 3. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Doumbouya, good. Doumbouya's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pistons.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
And it's Shea missing. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Doumbouya kicks to Frazier. Morris outside. Here's Wood. And there's the bucket. Stand with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Wood's got 6.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
And they double up Shea. White left side. Down low. Here's Young. Count the basket. And it's Frazier with the ball for Detroit. 3-pointer. Kept alive. Good. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Eight seconds left in the third quarter of the game. 4 seconds left. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Shea.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Pistons ahead. They're up by 8. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Young and Carter are the big men inside. Satoransk there with Che. And it's Levine in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Levine. Back to Che. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Here's Drummond. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Galloway, no good. Bulls trail by 8. Pass break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Che. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, he put the ball on the deck, didn't he? And he created offense. Che draws the foul and gets to go to the line.
Dunn, he's checked in for Chicago. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. Out to the wing. Griffin inside. Young's there. Griffin's shot is off.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Che. And for the Pistons, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. Here's Rose. Rose double team. And the wide open shot from Griffin. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot.
A 3 off the inbound. Satoranski gets the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And you got to love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. Just 4 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, it's so important at this stage in the game for everyone to be on the same page and working together.
Valentine, that's for 2. Off the inbound, no good. And so the Pistons take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never...